someday. It takes a man with a dream and a running machine, and he's got to be a little bit crazy. Riding on a short track, don't you ever look back, you'll find yourself a-pushing up a daisy. And it's a pretty good life if you ain't got a wife or anybody else that'll worry. Set your pace at the start of the race and you wind up in a hurry. 'Cause it's a long, long way to Daytona. You go tell everybody that I'm gonna, with the grace of God and a fast hot rod, I'll ride around.
Street stock, first heat, 6 laps. The Circle 66 of Lloyd Antonetti, the 49M car of Steve Gurney, the 13 car of Aaron Baker, the number 5M car of J.S. Story, the 7M car of Birch Beatty, the 2M car of Chris Giannotti, the 6M car of Don Wilton, the 32 car of Jim Chandler. First heat, 6 laps.
Well, it looks like they're going to go right up to the green flag here. Hopefully their flag, Doug Laidlaw, will give them the green this time. And they're lined up. And they got a green flag!
And we're racing at Merced Speedway, the fastest mud oval in Central California, where action is the attraction.
Roger, it looks like Lloyd Antonetti, as usual, is jumping out there in front. He's going to extend out that lead. Lloyd Antonetti in the Circle 66 car in Watsonville extending that lead. Looks like J.S. Story in the 5 car is getting up against the wall. Birch Beatty in that 7M car trying to get around him on the inside, but J.S. Story's having a little bit of problem with that car they're handling.
Here comes Antonetti out of turn 4 down the front chute again.
Looks like the 13 car of Aaron Baker, Delhi. Passing Birch Beatty. Moving into 3rd place. Still your leader, Lloyd Antonetti in the Circle 66 car out of Watsonville.
And then followed by J.S. Story, the 13M car of Aaron Baker, and the 7 car of Birch Beatty.
Don Wilton out of Turlock gets entangled up to the Circle 66 car, Lloyd Antonetti. And Don doesn't seem to know which way he's going out there right now. I'll tell you what, Roger, this track's still a little bit slick, and you can tell with these street stocks getting sideways out here in these turns. Yeah, Roger, you got to give Lloyd Antonetti credit there. Gets spun around in a circle and still holds on to that. About a half a track lead.
Antonetti in the Circle 66 car comes in to take the white flag. White flag lap. The Circle 66 of Lloyd Antonetti, the 13M car of Aaron Baker, the 5 car of J.S. Story, and the 7M car of Birch Beatty. Unofficially, those are your stand-ins. Any finishing or standings that we announce here from this booth are strictly unofficial. Strictly unofficial. And Antonetti takes the checker flag for the first heat, street stock division, Merced Speedway. Race 66, 13 and 5. Race-O, 66, 13 and 5.
Lloyd Antonetti's been the winner of his heat.
We're informed that the driver of the 13 car is Barker. Aaron Barker, not Baker.
As I was saying before about Lloyd Antonetti, he's won his heat for the last 3 weeks in a row. You got to give Lloyd Antonetti a big round of applause there in that Circus 66 car.
All right, second heat race underway. We've got a green.
Looks like Keith Cheever in that 42 car, getting sideways, holding up the pack. And the 18 car, Larry Miller gets out in front. He's out of Delhi. Followed closely behind, and the 74 car is driven by Greg Mead out of Delhi. So unofficially coming around to take the first lap, and it's going to be a yellow flag. The 19M car, Ron Riles of Atwater. The 74 car, Greg Mead. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the number 19 car of Ron Riles out there unofficially in the first place position.
Racing here at Merced Fairground Speedway. Russ's dad many years ago used to sponsor out here. His mom sponsored cars out here for some time, and now I see Russ. Family tradition. They come out of turn 4 down the front chute, and they've got a green. We're racing again at Merced Fairground Speedway. Fastest model in Central California.
Oh my goodness, they're getting all tied up there in that 1 and 2 turns. Looks like Ron Riles gets kind of taken back out. The number 90 car of Chet Bradley Jr. takes out in front. And the number 61 car, Bobby Large, following in second. And number 42 car of Keith Cheever. And Bobby Large in that 61 car on the second lap is your unofficial new leader. Followed right behind by Chet Bradley.
42 car of Keith Cheever back in there again. The 8M car of Raymond Casey.
Raymond Casey looks like he got off in the infield a little bit and let Ivan Eaton, the number 66 car, get around him. And Keith Cheever gets a little bit sideways in 3 and 4 there.
Okay, midway through it. Midway through the race, unofficially, we've got it the 61 car of Bobby Large, the 90 car of Chet Bradley III, the 66 car of Ivan Eaton, and the 8M car of Raymond Casey. Unofficial, your top 4, midway through second heat race, Merced Fairground Speedway. White flag lap, coming up. The 61 car of Bobby Large out of Watsonville.
Well, Roger, it looks like this track is still slick, and these street stock drivers are having a real tough time getting around it. They're getting real sideways, and look at Bobby Large, or Ivan Eaton, the number 66 car, going to turns 1 and 2. Coming around out of turns 3 and 4. It's going to be Bobby Large taking the checkered flag in the second street stock heat race here at Merced Speedway. And the second place car, unofficially.
The 8M car of Raymond Casey, followed by the 90M car of Chet Bradley III. And unofficially in 4th place, the 74M car of Greg Mead. All these finishes are unofficial, all unofficial. Your next race on number 61, 8, and 74. 61, 8, and 74.
Well, Roger, you spoke a minute ago about the number 83 car sponsored by Western Motors. Russ McGarry is getting more involved in the Merced Speedway. He's going to sponsor a race this year along with Action Transmission, and that's on September 9th of this year. Russ McGarry and Western Motors there on 16th Street, and Action Transmission on 16th Street in G. I want to thank those two individuals for getting involved with the Merced Speedway and also sponsoring other cars out here at the track today. Thank you, Russ, and thank you, Joe.
And thank you all those sponsors.
This is the third heat for the street stock cars. The third heat.
M car of Dennis Clay.
Also the number 1 car of Art Lawrence.
Tonight, 9 cars in the rack of Crash 'em Up D Derby. Third heat underway, green flag.
Looks like the 82 car, Dennis Clay, he jumps out there in front, and we have a pile-up right there in the back straightaway. Dennis Clay in the 82M car, staying out there in front, and trying to make a move on the inside. The 20 car, Joe Ganella Jr. out of Merced, with the 76 car, Billy Richards of Belico holds him off. Sitting in that back straightaway there, Rogers. Gary Casey out of Delhi seems to have his car stopped. And that's going to bring out the yellow flag in this third heat race in the street stock division.
Also, we've got the 76M car of Billy Richards on the wall out there on turn 1. So.
Problems, problems, problems all day long. Will my problems work out right or wrong? My baby don't like anything I do. My teacher seems to...
Brewer, 5 cars left in this third heat race. 2 laps down, 4 to go.
And there's the green flag. And Dennis Clay taking the inside line. Moving into first place with Art Lawrence right underneath him. Moves into, Art Lawrence gets sideways and back up in the infield. And these Clyde Menez in second, followed by the 20 car, Joe Ganella Jr. out of Merced.
And then Tommy Brewer.
Art Lawrence got his car back underway in the number 1 car. Can't count Art Lawrence out. He's definitely a strong contender out here. He always does well. Looks like Dennis Clay in that 82M car is extending that lead over Clyde Menez. Joe Ganella Jr. trying to make the move on the inside. Getting into Clyde Menez in turns 1 and 2. Joe Ganella trying to make that inside move on Clyde Menez. Joe Ganella making his first appearance out here tonight at the Merced Speedway this season. He's got that pretty blue car out there on the back straightaway right now. Clyde Menez looks like he's trying to get underneath. Right there, Dennis Clay. Dennis Clay holding him off, though.
White flag lap coming up. White flag lap. 1 to go.
I tell you what, Clyde Menez is a definite contender to take this heat race. This race ain't over yet. There it is, it's getting exciting. On the back straightaway, Dennis Clay extending that lead. Clyde Menez driving hard in the turn, and Art Lawrence and Tom Brewer get into the turn off there. And here comes down the checkered flag. And it's Dennis Clay in the 82M car, and the 77 car, Clyde Menez unofficially, and the number 20 car, Lou Ganella Jr.
Joe Ganella Jr. and then Tommy Brewer. Unofficially your top 4 car.
I never read it in a book, I never saw it on a show, but I heard it in the country on my pickup radio. If you want a drink of water, you got to get it from a well. If you want to get to heaven, you got to raise a little
In the number 12 car, Steve Tatty out of Watsonville. In the number 85 M car, Dale Humbert out of Planada.
And Dale Humbert making his first appearance again this season. And as you fans know, in the street stock division, Dale Humbert is a top contender out here. He's been out here for several seasons now, and he drives really well. He's got his car redone, and he says he's ready to race tonight. And the number 15 car gets stuck on the front straightaway, but below down Turlock. And it's the 10M car of Gary Tucker, Turlock, your leader right now, followed by the 65 car of Jim Watson from Merced.
Terry Gurney. Call your son, please. Terry Gurney. Call your son, please. And we've got a yellow-red. We're going to have a restart. Terry Gurney. Call your son, please.
Well, Roger, at this time, we got a green flag.
We're racing.
Tim Watson gets tied up with Roy Hoagland there in turns 1 or 2. And look at Dale Humbert going the inside in that purple 85 car. And the number 12 car, Steve Tatty out of Watsonville, gets out in the infield, turns 3 and 4. Still your leader, the number 10 car, Gary Tucker. Followed closely by the number 80 car of Mike Tipton out of Merced. And unofficially in third is Dale Humbert out of Planada, isn't he, Roger? Looks like that track's drying out a little bit. These cars are starting to get hooked up a little bit more. Number 12 car moving underneath Roy Hoagland, Steve Tatty out of Watsonville. No, Roy Hoagland on the back straightaway takes back over his position in the 4th place. And they're battling it out again on the front straightaway. And still your leader, Roger. It's Gary Tucker, followed closely by Mike Tipton out of Merced and Dale Humbert out of Planada.
Happy birthday to this guy's friend, John. He's 16.
And coming around to take the white flag in the number 10M car, Gary Tucker out of Turlock. Followed right behind in the 80 car, Mike Tipton from Merced. And unofficially in third place in the 85M car, Dale Humbert out of Planada. I just hope nobody else has any more birthdays out there. And Mike Tipton taking the checkered flag. Beats out Gary Tucker from Turlock on the last lap. Ladies and gentlemen, that was unofficial up here, and we'll get the official results to you in just 1 second.
So unofficially, we've got it the number 80 car of Mike Tipton, number 10 car of Gary Tucker, the 85 car of Dale Humbert, and the 12 car of Steve Tatty. Unofficially, your top 4.
If you wanna know a secret, you got to promise not to tell. If you wanna get to heaven, you gotta raise a little hell. Raise a little hell.
Merced Speedway Stock Car Trophy Dash.
In the number 6M car, sponsored by Super Sweeper Sparks, Nevada, Chevrolet Racing Chassis, DNR Auto Wreckers, Medford's Customs, Hendren Speed and Machine, the sign designer, concept car design, Greg Douglas Fabrication, the 6M car, Derek Nance out of Merced.
And the number 26M car, sponsored by Mid-State Distributors, Miller High Life, Philip Painter Farming, Bob Flynn Farms, Young Air Conditioning, Kitty Shepherd Race Cars, Chico Shell, Ag Electric, American Automotive, Hepner's and Los Banos Tires, Steve Nelson Racing Engines, Concept Car Designs and Hendren's Machine Shop. Special thanks to Shauna. Also sponsoring Rodney's Liquors, TDS, and Cinto Valley Clutch and Brake. And special thanks to Von View Vieira. And the number 26M car out of Los Banos, Mark Keys.
And the 7M car, sponsored by the California Independent Almond Growers, MP Thorley Land Leveling, Truckmate, Leslie Enterprises, La Nita's Cafe, Rodsill Automotive, Ramirez and Son Trucking, Max Muffler and Performance Center, Louis Miranda Signs and Speedway Graphics. The 7M car, the Almond Machine, Larry Faulkner out of Atwater.
And the Circle 29 car, our fast qualifier this evening, sponsored by Hendren's and Hendrick Oil Distributors, Tampico Kitchens, Merle's Body Shop, Stahl Racing Chassis, Auto Electric, Jim Odell Photography, Vapor Cleaners, also sponsored by Louis Miranda and Speedway Graphics, J.J. Meyer and Painting. Special thanks to Grandpa, the 1987 Merced Speedway Rookie of the Year, and the 1988 Most Improved Driver of the Year, and the Circle 29 car, 18-year-old Steve Hendren.
Trophy cars and trophy girls. Trophy cars and trophy girls. And we've got a green street stock trophy dash underway.
Roger.
Nance, Keys, Faulkner, and Hendren.
Stock car, trophy dash of the Merced Speedway, and Derek Nance in that 6M car taking off to an early lead. It looks like Larry Faulkner and Mark Keys getting tangled up there and battling it out for that second place position. Unofficially in first, Derek Nance. Larry Faulkner and Mark Keys fall right behind by Steve Hendren. Holding that inside line, keeping Larry Faulkner away. Larry Faulkner going high, and Mark Keys moving underneath. Can Mark get around him? Yes, Mark moves around him on the outside, and Larry Faulkner getting into the wall. Mark Keys trying to move up behind Derek Nance with 2 laps left to go, and the white flag lap out.
White flag.
And it looks like Derek Nance holding on. Followed by Mark Keys in the 26M car, and right behind him, Larry Faulkner out of Atwater. Coming down out of turns 3 and 4, the checkered flag. The 6M car, Derek Nance, Mark Keys, and Larry Faulkner. And in 4th place, Steve Hendren. That was some good racing there in that stock car trophy dash. And not a familiar face to the stock car trophy dash, that's Derek Nance. As you know, Derek Nance finished second for 2 weeks in a row in the last 2 weeks, followed by Chris Shannon. And finally, Derek Nance makes a move in the front and takes the trophy dash. So everybody give Derek a big hand for winning the stock car trophy dash.
Okay, trophy cars and trophy girls, get ready. Trophy car.
Industrial Machine Incorporated, Hendrick Distributing and Kendall Oil, Muriel's Body Shop, Dennis Matish Photos, Antonetti Incorporated, Vapor Cleaners, Seaberg's Metal Fabricators, Wheels West of Santa Cruz, Mom Paw, Slim Signs, Portella Auto Wreckers, Bodywork by Joe, Merced Auto Electric, the Circle 66 car of Lloyd Antonetti Jr. out of Santa Cruz.
And the 61M car, sponsored by Kendall Motor Oil, Matco Plumbing, Auto Ag Electrical Systems, Ranch Grande Mexican Restaurants, Young's Tire Service, Ace Hardware, Nook Cafe, Castroville Radiator Shop, and G&G Used Auto Parts, Largest Metal Fabrications, Quality Auto Body Repair Shop, and Stahl Racing out of Watsonville. Driving the 61M car out of Watsonville, Bobby Large.
In In the 82M car, sponsored by California Alpha Q, N&S Tractor, Rawls and Land Tire Sales, Chowchilla, Bill's Used Cars, El Nido, Neighborhood Grocery, El Nido, Wagon Wheel, Chowchilla, Central Valley Propane, Phase Oil Company, Rowe, Air Crop Dusting, Chowchilla, Borba Farms, El Nido, Clay Farms, El Nido, Harris Body Shop, Harris Electric, Greatest Auto Wrecking, Perini Auto Wrecking, Chowchilla, painted by Andy Welch. A special thanks to Mom and Dad, Red Top Chevrolet, Red Top, the 82M car, Dennis Clay.
And driving the 80M car, sponsored by the Camaro Connection, Phillips Tire, Mike's Machine Shop, Livingston Auto Parts, Snap-on Tools, Morehouse Building Incorporated, and also sponsored by Andrake Sign Company out of Merced. Driving the number 80M car, Mike Tipton.
Trophy cars and trophy girls, get ready.
Coming out of turns 3 and 4. Doug Lead, Laura Flagman looking down to see if they're lined up. And we have a green in the Street Stock Trophy Dash. And on the first lap, coming down the front straightaway, the number 61 car, Bobby Larks, following close behind the 66 car, Lloyd Antonetti Jr. out of Watsonville. And unofficially in third place, it's Mike Tipton, the number 80 car, and Dennis Clay, 82M, out of Merced. Trophy cars and trophy girls, please be ready. Trophy cars and trophy girls, please be ready. Looks like Lloyd Antonetti Jr. trying to make a move on the inside. Getting into Bobby Large on the white flag lap coming up right now. Now what a race out here. And the battle's on between Bobby Large and Lloyd Antonetti on the back straightaway. Can Lloyd Antonetti get underneath them here in turns 3 and 4? Making a bid for it. Here they come to the checkered flag. And Bobby Large holds Lloyd Antonetti Jr. off and followed in third place by the number 80 car, Mike Tipton and Dennis Clay.
You gotta raise a little hell. Raise a little hell.
The 64 Chevy Nova, around turn 2 down the backstretch, is owned by Dan and Todd Hayes, Dan's Custom Upholstery. Dan sponsors the number 82 car of Tim Ragsdale. The Nova was purchased last year as a refugee from the junkyard. Dan, Todd, and a host of others completely rebuilt the car and engine from the tires up. The interior was gutted out and thrown away. Dan and Todd completely custom built the seats, console, and headliner. All Todd can say is, thanks, Dad, Betty, for being here. Thanks again. A 64 Chevy, Dan and Todd Hayes, Dan's Custom Upholstery. The early 1955 T-Bird. This was the first year that these birds were made, and this one's serial number is 1033. 1033. The 55 T-Bird is owned and driven by Roy Hart, who also sponsors Timmy Ragsdale in the number 82 car. Roy purchased this car 4 years ago and has spent 2 years restoring the car. Everything on the car has either been restored to original or replaced with original new parts, including the engine and transmission. The upholstery work was done by Dan Hayes of Dan's Custom Upholstery, who owns one of these rare beauties. Roy does not want you to know On a final note, would you believe the paint? You believe this car goes to the Horseless Carriage Paint Shop Monday for a complete strip and new paint job. Your trophy cars, the 55 T-Bird and the 64 Chevy Nova.
Pucker up now!
Okay, the trophy girl. In the blue skirt and white boots, presented the trophy to the stock car trophy dash winner in the 6M car, Derek Nance, is 16-year-old Deborah Smith. Her hobbies are shopping and the races. Her favorite driver, Richie Korn, and get this, Danny Mitchell. We had to pay her to put that down, Danny. Present the trophy to Bobby Large, the 61M car street stock. 15-year-old Pauline Korn in the black skirt and black boots. Bobby's talking on the phone and going to the races. Her favorite driver, her daddy, Richie Korn, Danny Mitchell again, and Jerry O'Hagan. The trophies. Fast time, Circle 29, young Steve Hendren, the 61M car street stock, Bobby Large. And in the stock car division, the 6M car of Derek Nance. And again, these beautiful trophy cars. The 64 Chevy Nova, Todd Hayes and Nance Custom Upholstery, Dan and Todd. The 55 T-Bird, Roy Bergdahl Park, our baby. And Roy is a good sponsor out here at the track.
Drive all night up and down the highway. It may be a Monday, but it feels like Friday. I'm pushing faster, pulling her close. It doesn't matter to her where we go. She loves my car. She loves my car. It's just a machine. She loves my car. She loves my car. I wish she loved me the way she loves my car.
And they come around again. Coming out of turns 3 and 4. And they got a green flag. Number 54 car of Dave Jelson. And Don Mays moves to the inside. Flattering beside Richie Korn there on the 23M car. And Richie Korn on the inside takes over Don Mays. Coming around for the first lap. And it's Richie Korn in the 23M car. And followed by Jeff Silva in the Circle 57. Richie Korn on the back straightaway, holding down that lead, and Jeff Silva trying to get around him. Jeff moving in, and moving into third place, it's Larry Faulkner in the 7M car. Looks like Larry Faulkner and Jeff Silva have a little touch and go there in turns 1 and 2. Both of them are back underway again. Richie Korn extending that lead. Now your new second place person unofficially, Derek Nance in the 6M car. tell you what, Richie Gordon sure come a long way in that 23M car. He's doing a tremendous job this year. I'm going to give Charlie Roof at Woodcutter CV and Stereo a big compliment. He's the one who helped set up that car, as well as Kenny Shepherd chassis. And Richie Gordon on lap 5. Ball in second by Derek Nance in the Circle 6 car, and in third, Larry Faulkner out of Atwater.
Come on!
Larry Faulkner and Derek Nance battling it out for that second place position. And Jeff Silva in the Circle 57 car leaves the track. And a white flag lap. It's Richie Korn, Derek Nance, and Larry Faulkner. And in fourth place, Roy Campbell.
Scoring out of turn 4 down the front chute. Ostrader's got the checkered flag, and Richie Korn in the 23M car takes the checkered flag. Derek Nance in the 6M, Larry Faulkner in the Auto Machine 7M, followed by Roy Campbell in the 49M. Bobby Hotchkiss in the 2M.
It's just a machine. She loves my car. I wish she loved me the way she loves my car. My car. All that chrome that she combs her hair in. A rearview mirror that she loves to stare in. The heat of the engine, the thrill of the ride. That's all I've got.
And coming out of turns 3 and 4, the Wayne Law looking down the front chute and gives the green flag, and Chris Shannon jumps out there in front. And Tim Balding, number 10 car, gets into the wall. And Paul Beatty gets bumped behind from Dennis Schlunt, the number 11 car. And Chris Shannon extending that lead out there in front of the front straightaway. Paul Beatty makes a move to the inside. But Dennis Schlunt back on the throttle, takes back his position. And we got Tim Ragsdale and Tim Balding both going into the pits. Chris Shannon with about an 8-car length lead out there. And then these cars are really starting to move now, Roger. Tell you what, that track is dried out enough where they can hook it up. Marquis moving into that third place position unofficially. And Marquis is making a move to the inside. Takes over the second place spot from Dennis Schlunt. And Paul Beatty makes a move around Dennis Schlunt to take over the third place. 3 laps left to go in the second heat race in the stock car division.
This is Chris Shannon's rookie year. He ran a couple times last year, but not enough to qualify. So this is his rookie year, and the word is that he has a good inroad as rookie of the year for Merced Fairground Speedway, and he's certainly putting on a show for us tonight. Chris Shannon in the 32M car, Marquis in the 26M car, Dennis Schlunt in the 11 car, Paul Beatty in the 17M car, and the Circle 29 car of Steve Hendren. Unofficial in that order.
It looks like Paul Beatty slowing down in front of the flag stand, having a little bit of problems. And it brings out a yellow checkered flag.
And so Chris Shannon takes the second heat race, stock car division. Followed closely by the 26M car of Marquis, the 11 car of Dennis Schlunt, the Circle 29.
It's just a machine. She loves my car. She loves my car. I wish she loved me the way she loves my car.
And we have a green flag for the street stock semi-main. And your leader in the 42M car, Keith Cheever out of Modesto. Followed by the 65 car, Jim Watson. And we have a little bumping grind there in turns 1 or 2. Ivan Eden and Chris Giannotti getting into each other's door. And the number 1 car, Mark Lawrence out of Livingston. Look at Keith Cheever go in that 42 car. Looks like he's a stock car driver out there the way he gets that car sideways. Roy Holdman holding down that 4th place position. And Keith Cheever getting up on the wall there in turns 3 and 4. That's Jim Watson out of Merced move out to the lead. And we have a pile up in turns 3 and 4. A row of 4 cars there blocking off that turn. And Jim Watson runs right into the rear. 5-car pileup. Now doesn't that look like Bay Area traffic, folks? I tell you what, if that doesn't look like San Francisco Bay Bridge traffic, I don't know what does.
There's a slight delay at the toll plaza.
It looks like the 32 car forgot to pay the toll booth and had to stop up there in the turn.
And if you don't believe that, we'll just have an instant replay on that action.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just have a yellow flag out there right now. A yellow flag.
Street stock semi-main underway. 4 down, 8 to go. M car, but below the 89M car carrying Casey out of Delhi. The 1M car of Arthur Lawrence out of Livingston, the 79M of Roy Hoagland out of Turlock, the 19M Ron Riles out of Atwater, the 42 car M Keith Cheever out of Modesto, the 66M car Ivan Eden, the 65M Jimmy Watson, and the 32M Jim Chandler out of Las Palmas.
Well, below it out there, and your leader, the number 15 car, followed by Art Lawrence, the number 1 car. And in 3rd place, it's Roy Hoagland out of Turlock, and Raymond Casey, the number 89M car. Looks like Keith Cheever in that 42 car. Roger's trying to make a move on the inside.
Some of your better racing going on in the back of the pack there sometimes.
Yes, that's true, Roger.
Below, fighting off Arthur Lawrence there coming out of turn 4, right on the tail of Roy Hoagland in the 79M car.
Like Art Lawrence bumping Bud Belote there in the rear a little bit, trying to get around him. And Roy Hoagland not falling too far behind in that 3rd place position.
I think Arthur wants to take that low line.
Looks like Arthur Lawrence make a move to the inside. And Bud Below cuts him off on that back straightaway.
New car, but Below looks like it's got a lot of power this year, man. He's doing good.
Oh,
Look at
yeah.
Hoagland making a move on Lawrence. And there Arthur Lawrence made a move coming out of turn 4.
Officially a new leader, Arthur Lawrence in second place. Roy Hoagland out of Turlock. Bud Below jumps back to third place. Looks like Raymond Casey's going to have a chance to move into that third place position if he can get up behind the number 15 car, Bud Below. Keith Cheever in that 42 car gets a little bit sideways. And your leader, Arthur Lawrence.
Coming out of turn 4, down to take the white flag. White flag lap. The number 1 M car of Arthur Lawrence, the 79 M car of Roy Hoagland, the 15 M car of Bud Below, and the 89 M car of Gary Casey. Unofficially your top 4 cars. Street stop, semi-made. Here they come out of turn 4, down the front chute. And get the checkered flag. That number 1 car of Arthur Lawrence. Followed by the 79 M car of Roy Hoagland, the 15 M car of Bud Below, and the 89 M car of Gary Casey.
If you wanna get to heaven, you gotta raise a little hell. You gotta raise a little hell. Well, if you wanna get to heaven, you gotta raise a little hell.
The 23M car, sponsored by Woodcutter CB and Auto Stereo, and Drake Sign Company, Carol's Restaurant, Jerry's Drive-In, Hampton's Auto Wrecking, Condell Radiator, Central Valley Clutch, Jordan Chateau and Shepherd Racing Chassis. That 23M car, Richie Korn out of Merced. The 49M car, sponsored by Roy Campbell Cement, Snap-on Tools, Witt Insurance, Rob Crowley, the sign designer. A special thanks to Dallas and Red. The 49M car, Roy Campbell out of Atwater.
And the 11 car out of Fresno, sponsored by Dennis Auto Repair, Falcon Radiator, Ventura Supermarkets, Ron's Auto Supply, and Dana Stahl Racing. Driving the number 11 car out of Fresno, Dennis Schlunt.
In the Circle 57 car, sponsored by the Apple Barn, Aptos, Stahl Racing, Watsonville, RKS Enterprises, Aptos, Muriel Auto Body, Scotts Valley, Don Chapin Company, Prunedale, AL Lease Plumbing, Watsonville, Alameda Roofing, Santa Cruz, Goring Electric, Santa Cruz. The Circle 57 car, Jeff Silva out of Aptos.
And the Circle 10 car, sponsored by Budweiser, Couch Distributing out of Watsonville, Palmer Glass out of Aptos, Bowman Racing, Pensacola Welding Supply, and Jim Bannerman, and Camel Cigarettes. And the Circle 10 car out of Seaside, California, Tim Balding.
In the 6M car, sponsored by Super Sweeper, Sparks, Nevada, Shepherd Racing Chassis, DNR Auto Wreckers, Ledford's Custom, Endron Machine, Speed and Machine, the sign designer, Concept Car Design, Greg Douglas Fabrication, the 6M car, Derek Nance out of Merced.
The number 26M car, sponsored by Mid-State Distributors, Miller High Life, Philip Painter Farming, Bob Flynn Farms, Young's Air Conditioning, Kenny Shepherd Racing Chassis, Pacheco Shell, Ag Electric, American Automotive, Hepner's, Los Banos Tires, Steve Nelson Racing Engines, Concept Car Designs, Hindrance Machine Shop, and special thanks to Shauna. Also sponsored by Rodney's Liquor, TDS Auto Wreckers, California, or Central California Clutch and Brake, and Bon Viviera. And the number 26M car, Mark Keys.
In the 7M car, sponsored by the California Independent Almond Growers, MP Thorley Land Leveling, Truckmate, Leslie Enterprises, La Nita's Cafe, Rodsell Automotive, Ramirez and Son Trucking, Max Muffler and Performance Center, and Louis Miranda Signs and Speedway Graphics. The 7M car, the Almond Machine, Larry Faulkner out of Atwater.
In the Circle 29 car, sponsored by Hendrick Oil Distributors, Tampico Kitchen, Merle's Body Shop, Stahl Racing, Auto Electric, Jim Odell Photography, Vapor Cleaners, Louis Miranda and Speedway Graphics, J.J. Meyer Painting. Special thanks to Grandpa and Grandma in the 1987 Merced Rookie of the Year and 1988 Most Improved Driver of the Year. In the Circle 29 car, 18-year-old Steve Hendren.
In the 32M car, sponsored by Shannon Pump, Merced Bearing, Quality Well Drillers, Kirby Manufacturing, Shepherd Race Cars, Louis Miranda Science and Speedway Graphics, Concept Car, Borba Farms, Amaranth Propane, Action Transmission, Jackmar Construction, Body by Matt and Glass, and Shannon Slicker, the 32M car, Chris Shannon out of Merced.
The number 2M car, sponsored by Arts Auto and Truck Towing, A&A Equipment Rental out of Turlock, Ranch Slickers out of Hillmars, the Sound Room out of Turlock, and D&D Dairy Construction. A special thanks to Louis Miranda and Speedway Graphics. He'd also like to say, hi, Mom. Driving the 2M car, Bob Hotchkiss out of Turlock.
In the 82M car, sponsored by Ragsdale 7-Eleven Cars, Dan's Custom Upholstery, Hart Paving and Grading, Shepherd Race Cars, Condell Radiator, Harris Electric, the Sign Designer, Concept Car Design, Paint by Andy Welch. The 82M car, Tim Ragsdale out of Merced.
And the 54 car, sponsored by SAIS, Bearing Supply, Stite Service. And looking for more sponsors in the 54M car, Dave Gellin out of Dos Palace.
In the 85M car, looking for sponsors, be part of a winning team. The 85M car, Joe Diaz Jr. out of Chowchilla.
And your last car, the number 4M car, sponsored by Brooks Electric, Pea Soup Anderson's, Marfab Welding, Mesa Bros, Butler Amos, Martinez Trucking, Sausage Express, LB Dairy and Refrigeration, Mobile Oil, Manuel Oliveira and Greens Trucking, Brestlers and DNA Farming, DJ Video out of Dos Palace, and Stites Towing Service Incorporated. And the number 4M car out of Las Vegas, it's Don Bays.
There you have it, stock car. Main event, 15 cars in the field, 25 laps.
That 11 car.
We got Roy Campbell in the 49M and Tim Balding in the 10. Jeff Silva in the Circle 57 and Mark Keys out of Las Vegas in the 26M, and they come out of turn 4. Down the front chute, we've got a green. Stock car, main event, 25 laps, underway. All right, that track is holding good now. We're going to see some fast times turn. And it's Richie Korn, Dennis Schlunt, Tim Balding, Roy Campbell, Jeff Silva, Steve Hendren.
Tell you what, look at Richie Korn go out there in the front. Richie Korn doing a tremendous job leading this race right now, Roger. Not far behind is the number 10 car, Tim Balding out of Seaside. And we have a yellow flag coming out on the track. A yellow flag coming out on the track.
We've got Durbers on turn 4. The yellow is for Durbers on turn 4.
Looks like somebody lost a piece of a fender there, Roger.
Yeah, they're rubbing a little bit coming out of that turn. They come out of turn 4. We've got a green. We're racing underway again. And it's Korn on the low line. Tim Balding taking the high line.
Looks like Roy Campbell moving under Dennis Schlunt, the number 11 car. Dennis Schlunt going to the outside, makes a move on Richie Korn to the inside. Who's in the second place on the third lap? Tell you what, Dennis Schlunt out of Fresno's doing a tremendous job getting around that track tonight. He had a few problems in the earlier races, but it's coming on strong now.
3 laps, we've had 3 changes in lead. Circle 10 of Tim Balding, the 11 of Dennis Schlunt, the 49M of Roy Campbell, and the 23M of Richie Korn.
in the Circle 10 car, followed by the 11 car out of Fresno. Dennis Schlunt and Roy Campbell right on his bumper in third place in the number 49 car. Roy Campbell gets underneath and turns 3 and 4 to move into second place. Looks like the race is heating up for third and fourth place there between Richie Korn and Jeff Silva. Dennis Schlunt seems to be having a problem getting up against that outside wall there in turns 1 and 2. Unofficially your leader right now, Tim Balding in second, Roy Campbell, followed in third by Richie Korn. And we have another yellow flag out. I think that's coming out for the 11 car, Dennis Schlunt out of Fresno, Roger.
Sitting in kind of a precarious spot over there, just coming out of turn 2.
Your third place car going into the pits. Richie seems to be having a problem. But like we said, the yellow flag laps do not count out here right now. If he can get back out here, he can still stay on the lead lap. And coming out of turns 3 and 4, we have a green flag. And Tim Balding jumps right out front, right behind with Roy Campbell. And Roy Campbell gets sideways. Roy Campbell sitting there in turns 1 and 2, bring out the yellow flag again. And they have to slow it down. No racing to the yellow flags in the stock car division.
Problems, problems, problems. They're all on account of my loving you like I do. Problems, problems, problems. They won't.
And coming out of turns 3 and 4, Doug Laidlaw looks and gives him the green flag. And it's Tim Balding jumping out in front of Jeff Silva. Jeff Silva moving to the inside. And it looks like Steve Hinder getting underneath. And Chris Shannon coming around to take Steve Hinder on the back straightaway. And Steve Hinder holding Chris Shannon off. It's Tim Balding, Jeff Silva, Steve Hinder, Chris Shannon. Eric Nance in the 6M car moving underneath Larry Faulkner to take over the 5th place position, and Marquise gets around Faulkner too to move into 6th. Balding, the 10 car, Jeff Silva battling it out for that first place position. Jeff Silva really putting the pressure on Tim Balding. Not too far behind right there is Steve Hinder in the number Circle 29 car. We got 14 laps completed. Car, Jay Gellin almost cuts Tim Balding off in the front straightaway. Tim Balding driving through lap traffic right now, trying to move around Don Mays. Jeff Silva, they're falling in a pack. And Steve Hinder moving underneath Jeff Silva. Jeff Silva out horsepowering Steve Hinder on the front straightaway to keep in that second place position. And you got Don Bays, the number 4 car, going into the pits. Still on front, your leader is Tim Balding, the 10 car.
He's followed closely by the Circle 57 of Jeff Silva, the Circle 29 of Steve Hendren, the 32M car of Chris Shannon, and a 6M car of Derek Nance, the 26 of Marquise, the 7 of Larry Faulkner, the 85 of Joe Diaz, the 49 of Roy Campbell. Unofficially, your stand.
Looks like there's a little fender touching going on between Hendren and Silva. Hendren really pushing Silva hard, trying to move into that second place position. I tell you what, Roger, there's some close racing going on between these front 3 runners here. And it's anybody's race right now here in the stock car main event at the Merced Fairgrounds Speedway.
18 down, 7 to go.
up behind Dave Gellin, trying to get around that slower cars. Dave Gellin politely moves out of his way. Chris Shannon is moving up closer in that fourth place position. And it looks like Don Bays, the number 4 car, is coming back out on the track with 5 laps left to go. The stock car main event. And look at those front runners battling it out. That first and second and third place cars are running so close together. Tim Balding being able to hold off Jeff Silva. Jeff Silva holding off Steve Hendren. It's still anybody's race with 3 laps left to go. And we got a yellow flag coming out with Larry Faulkner. Marquis getting into it in turns 3 and 4. And Marquis stuck out there on the berm.
Could have been the whiskey, might have been the gin, could have been the 3 or 4 6-packs, I don't know. But look at the mess I'm in, my head's like a football. I think I'm gonna die. Tell me, oh my, wasn't that a party? Someone took a grapefruit, wore it like a hat. I saw someone under my kitchen table talking to my old tomcat. They were talking about a hockey. The cat was talking back. Along about then, everything went black. Oh, wasn't that a party? I'm sure it's just my memory playing tricks on me. But I think I saw my buddy cutting down my neighbor's street. Could have been the whiskey, might have been the gin, could have been the 3 or 4 6-packs, I don't know. But look at the mess I'm in, my head's like a football. I think I'm gonna die. Tell me, oh my, wasn't that a party?
Front chute. Our starter takes a good look at him. And there it is. Balding, Silva, Hendren, Shannon, Nance. 2 laps to the checkered flag. And Jeff Silva makes his move on the outside.
Look at Jeff Silva fly out there.
And then Steve Hendren tries to come in on the low line. Right flag lap.
It's Jeff Silva.
Silva, Balding, Hendren, Shannon, Nance, Campbell, Faulkner.
And look at Stevie Hendren go, getting underneath Tim Balding in the 10 car. And it's going to be coming down to the one checkered flag.
There it is.
And it's Steve Hendren taking the 2nd place position. Just by a nose, ladies and gentlemen. That was some awesome racing out there. Jeff Silva, Steve Hendren, Tim Balding. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd unofficially with Chris Shannon in 4th place.
And that is unofficial. The Circle 57 car of Jeff Silva, the Circle 29 of Steve Hendren, the Circle 10 of Tim Balding, and the 32M car of Chris Shannon. Unofficially, your top 4 cars. Stock car, main event, 25 laps.
And the Circle 57 car sponsored by the Apple Barn out of Aptos, Stall Racing out of Watsonville, RKS, Merle's Body Shop, Don Sapin Company, ALS Leasing and Plumbing, Alameda Roofing, and Goring Electric out of Santa Cruz. The Circle 57 car, Jeff Silva, our stock car main event winner tonight.
And out with our promoter, Mr. Chuck Griffin, to present the winner's jacket to Jeff Silva is Mrs. Roper and her grandson from A1A Preston Lock and Key. Our fine sponsors for this evening's event. Coming up, 30 lap, stock car, main event, double points.
Out there. And ladies and gentlemen, these street stock drivers only race for trophies, and this is the only money that's donated out to them. They're out there for the fun of it, but when you fans get up here and donate money to us, we'll make sure that they get it.
All right, 30 lap, main event, coming underway, coming out of turn 4, down the front chute. We've got a green, street stop, 30 laps, underway. Double point race.
J.S. Story out in front, followed closely by Clive and Ease in the 77 car, and Chet Bradley in the 90 car. Not too far
Going up
behind.
in the 10, the Gary Tucker.
Gary Casey in the 8M. And look at J.S. Story out there in front. Ladies and gentlemen, it's intense racing up there in the front with J.S. Story in that number 5 car, followed closely by Clive Menez in 77. And unofficially in third is Chet Bradley.
Followed by Raymond Casey, and then here comes Lloyd Antonetti in the Circle 66.
Looks like Clive Menez trying to make a move on the inside on the back straightaway on J.S. Story. And here he comes around the front. J.S. Story in that Harley-Davidson machine out there holding on to the lead. And here we go again. Clive Menez makes a move underneath and takes over that first place position. And look at Clive Menez extend that lead way out there in front. We got Gary Casey, the 82 car, going into the infield. Clive Menez trying to get around that lap car. Gary Casey kind of pushes him out of his way a little bit to make room.
Here it is, the 77F car of Clyde Menez, the number 5 of J.S. Story. Chet Bradley the 3rd, and the Circle 66 car of Lloyd Antonetti.
All right behind them in the 80 cars, Mike Tipton, and the 8M car, Raymond Casey out of Delhi.
Unofficially, that's how they stand at this point. 6 laps down, 24 to go.
Lloyd Antonetti trying to make a move on Chet Bradley, and there goes Mike Tipton on the outside in turns 1 or 2. And Mike Tipton making a move around Chet Bradley to take over that 3rd place position. Lloyd Antonetti Jr. trying to get around Chet Bradley on the outside of the back straightaway. Lloyd Antonetti. Oh, and Raymond Casey gets into the 82 in the infield again. Unofficially, here's your leaders, the number 77 car of Clive Menez, followed by J.S. Story, the number 5 car. And in the 80 car of Mike Tipton, the number 7, followed by Lloyd Antonetti Jr. in the Circle 66. Sorry about that, Dennis. I messed up your name there. And the 82M car, that's Dennis Clay out of... Tipton getting into it. J.S. Story in the infield. Racing around. Look at J.S. Story go through that infield. You got the number 74 car up against the wall out there. That's Greg Mead out of Delhi. 74 car, Greg Mead, goes off into the pits. And still your leader unofficially right now is Clyde Menez, followed unofficially by Lloyd Antonetti Jr. And J.S. Story gets hung up in turns 3 and 4. And we have a yellow flag coming out on lap number 15. Yellow flag on lap 15. Doug Laidlaw, head flagman out there, is going to light him up again.
Remember now, yellow flag laps do count. Yellow flag laps do count. Only the last 5 must be run under the green.
And the cars are back underway in the street stock double points race. Clive and Ease out there in front still. It's like the 20 car there, Joe Ganella getting the wall on the outside. Clive and Ease extending that lead. Joe Goodell in that blue 20 car. Looks like he's heading off in the pits. Number 20 off in the pits. Here comes Clive and Ease on the back straightaway again. Your current leader right now, followed in second, unofficially by the number 80 car, Mike Tipton. It looks like Lloyd Antonetti's got a flat right rear, slowing him down a little bit, dropping him off into third place. He's really hugging that wall on the outside, turns 3 and 4. Let's see what it looks like as he comes around. Yeah, look at that. He's got a definite flat on the number 66 car, and Doug Laidlaw flagman black flags him to get that tire taken care of. So unofficially right now it's Clive and Ease, followed by Mike Tipton. And here we got Greg Mead, the 74 car, coming back out on the track again.
Hey, Danny, we're sure going to let the officials sort this one out.
I tell you, Roger, I wouldn't even begin to guess where these cars are finishing except for Clyde out front. I mean, these cars are going around this track so fast. They look like stock car drivers out there right now. Oh, and Mike Tipton getting into the wall on the front straightaway. You got the number 74 car coming out of turns 4, stuck up against the wall. 5 laps left to go. Excuse me. As soon as Clive and Ease cross the white flag, or the flag stand here, it'll be 5 laps left to go. Now we have 5 laps left to go in the double points race in the street stock division.
All the rest of these laps must be run under the green. Going to be even tough for the scorekeepers to get them all lined up. But they got the scorekeepers up here keeping excellent track of where each of these cars are in this race. They do a tremendous job up here. If anybody can figure out how these cars place, it's definitely these scorekeepers up here. And with 2 laps left to go in a street stock double points race, Roger, we're going to find out real quick here who our finishers are. We still know that Clyde and Ease in the 77 car unofficially. Looks like that 15 car is trying to push Clyde out of the way a little bit. And the white flag lap is out for Clyde and Ease. And Arthur Lawrence, and it looks like the 15 car trying to slow Clyde and Ease down. That's okay. They're into traffic. Coming down with a checkered flag. Clive and Ease finishes. Ladies and gentlemen, as soon as we get the official results on this street stock main event, we will be passing them out to you. Like I said, all the results we are giving to you are completely unofficial. They're so unofficial, we don't even know what they are.
What a race in the double points race in the street stock division. Ladies and gentlemen, give these street stock drivers a big round of applause for finishing out this race. And there's your unofficial leader, 77 car, Clyde Manise. As soon as we get all the votes tallied up here, we'll find out who the winner and top 5 finishers are.
Those that we have sponsor cards on, we will read them. But in the Circle 69 car, Bill Oxner. In the 69N car, J.L. Chapman. In the number 17 car, Tom Sagmiller, and I see Don Struckinato as one of his sponsors. And I think Tom is also somehow involved with Lyons Restaurants as a manager, I believe. In the 31B car, sponsored by DNR Auto Records of Merced, Ernie Karn logging out of Soulsbyville, Johnson Racing out of Merced. The 31B car, Brian Holt out of Merced.
And Roger, in that 100 car, it's Cheryl's Tree Service. He's driving the 64 Ford. Driving that 100 car out there at blue and red, I guess, is Crazy Derek of Atwater, or Crazy Deke out of Atwater, excuse me. Derek Sherrill, I'm sorry, it's 100 Derek Sherrill, and that's Crazy Derek out there.
Okay, the 99 car. Is that A, B, straight 99? 990? Could that be? Okay, we think that's the 990 car, and we don't even have a driver listed for it. In the 99D car. And that's Jake the Snake Loney, or Looney, sponsored by California Sewage in the 99D car. Jake the Snake Looney out of Fresno.
Driving that 99A car that looks like it's been through a Destruction Derby once already. He's sponsored by Cheryl's Tree Service and Golden East Side. And that's the 99A car, Crazy Marty LaBar out of Atwater.
All right, in the 98B car, the black one, is sponsored by Cole's Custom Wheels and Loom Jan car, California Sewage. The 98B car, Mad Mike. Mike LaBar, Mad Mike LaBar in the 98B car. Okay. If you get a black flag, gentlemen, you've got 3 minutes to start them. If you hit a car in the driver's door, you can be disqualified. You can be disqualified for not mixing it up, staying in the background, and doing too little ramming. Taking too long to start the car, 3 minutes is allowed. Getting tied up with another car for too long, again, 3 minutes is allowed. Driving out of the Destruction Derby area and coming back into it is, you can be disqualified, or ramming the car in the driver's door. Mr. Laidlaw?
Looks like we're ready to get underway, Roger. Gentlemen.
Gentlemen, start your engines. And we've got a green. Destruction Derby.
Well, Roger, I've never been up here to watch a Destruction Derby before, so this is all new to me. And we got J.S. Story donating $20 to the winner.
Oh, that 99 car is sponsored by Merced Tire. Merced.
And what a hit that 99 car made on the 31B car, Roger.
And then 17 got him. I used to commute in traffic like this. I think every one of these guys learned to drive on the Harbor Freeway in Long Beach.
Well, I tell you what, if I had one of these cars, I wouldn't be afraid to drive out there in this type of traffic. The way they look, they're not afraid to smash them up either.
Look at this, 99D nailed 31B.
And the 99B car getting into the 31B car. We are already seeing smoke coming out. Look at that 31B car move. Roger, this is just a regular push and shove match out here, isn't it?
Yeah. My son used to have a set of plastic tow cars that you could run into a wall and they'd fall apart. It was a Ram Bam Crash 'em Up Derby. And here it is in real life. A Ram Bam Crash 'em Up Derby.
99A car there getting smacked. Now that car looks like it's been in some type of trash compactor already, Roger. It looks awful short there. All you can see is the tire. Looks like the 17 car out there stalled a little bit. I gotta give these drivers a lot of credit.
That little short car, that 99A car you were talking about, Danny, that started out as a 1960 T-Bird. I used to own one of those. I thought it was a block and a half long. It's chopped down to where it looks like an Austin Healey now almost.
I tell you, Roger, wheelbase couldn't get much shorter on it right now, or the length of that car. It looks like that 99A car's been through quite a few destruction derbies already. Oh, and what a hit!
It appears he knows what he's doing, doesn't it? Can you imagine how much trunk fill was pushed up if that's a 1960 T-Bird? Huh? He's got to have his spare tire sitting in the front seat with him.
He has to. He has to. Oh, looks like all the cars are still running, Roger, so it's
all of them mixing it up good. All of them mixing it up good. Stay in the area, gentlemen. Keep mixing it up. Last car winning. Running is the winner.
Yeah, Roger, we got J.C. Roberts who's donating $20 from Interstate Security for the last car running. And also, isn't San Joaquin Valley Towing's donated $25 to the winner of this race. And they're all bunched up there on the right side. And the 99D car trying to get up some speed to get into the 60. Oh, and hits the 69 car up against the wall. Looks like our flagman down there in the flag stand getting a little bit of mud thrown up on him. Looks like the 17 car is going to make a run at it right here at the 99 car.
That 99D car, Danny, that used to be a 56 Lincoln. Now, that was a pretty good-sized car, too. 99D.
Oh, my God. Oh! But you can tell these high-dollar cars out here are really getting banged up. It looks like that 31B car's got a little bit of a smoking problem there. Roger. Man, these cars are taking a beating, but I am surprised that they are staying together. You know, you'd be surprised how much a beating a car can take and keep on running. 17 car doesn't look like it's going to last much longer.
Well, he's he's got a little radiator problem. 31B still moving over there in the corner.
Yeah, we can't count any of these cars out at this moment.
Well, they're all still running pretty good. 100, he's moving a little bit. 17 seems to be the only one that's not moving too fast. You know, that 99 car, that blue and yellow one over there, that started out, it looks like maybe one of the big older Chryslers or Lincolns or something. He's sure getting cut down to miniature car size. He's going to be a compact. Comes in a full size and leaves a compact.
I wonder if this is how they started developing aerodynamic cars, by getting them in a destruction derby and seeing how short they end up when they got done.
It certainly reduces the wheelbase and size of them, doesn't it?
I tell you what. Well, the 99B car spinning this 69 car around there. Let me get a run at it. Looks like the 100 car is going to start picking up a run here. We got the 99A car out there on the outside. Well, the only car that looks like it's not running right now is the 17 car. The 31B car is sitting there by himself, too. Is not moving too fast.
He kind of threw his arm over the back seat and decided he was going to watch a while.
And they black flagged, it looks like, the 99A car.
Okay, remember, gentlemen, they can be disqualified for not mixing it up, or staying in one place too long. 3 minutes is the maximum time allowed.
And looks like that 17 car is back underway again. And yes, they black flagged the 99A car, pulled him off the racing area. Looks like he might make another destruction derby after all. Well, it looks like the 17 car, 69A car really banging it up right now, Roger.
You know, he went right head on into him, and that's, watching these destruction derbies, it's a little different to see him go head on. Most of them want to back in. They want to protect that radiator, that engine area.
Well, Roger, do they do anything special to these cars to make them last any longer, or they just get out there as normal stock-driven cars and bang them up?
They're just stock cars. Hoods have to be chained down, bumpers have to be chained down, safety measures have to be taken on them, roll cages, seat belts, and so forth. But basically, it's just an old car that still runs. '99B going to just pull Circle 69 around for a while.
Well, that 98 car is it 99 or 98? What is that car up there that way? That's a 98, the Madman Mike.
No, that's 99D. No, 99D.
99D. 99, that was a 56 Lincoln?
That's what it says. Big old 56 Lincoln. It's now
Jake
on.
the Snake Looney out of Fresno. And he's sure banging it up out there right now.
Well, we've still got 2 or 3 of them running here pretty good. 99B.
Oh, and look at the 69 car getting up in the back of that 99 car.
He's got that deck area now shaped just like a slide. He just glides right up over the top of it.
It's like and he's going to try to get up underneath there again. He's putting that trunk of that 69 car right in the back door there. Parts everywhere out there on that track. What do you call those? Durbers, Roger?
That's Durbers. That's called Durbers on the track.
And he keeps smacking them out there. And the battle's on. Look. Here we go. Freeway traffic again. And they're lined up, the commuter and the destruction derbies. And I thought we only saw that in the street stock division of commuter traffic. I bet most of these gentlemen live between Fresno and Modesto and drive to the Bay Area every day. By the way, they're driving out here now. Well, by the looks of it, Roger, we only have 5 cars left running out there.
Well, we've got straight 99 running, 99B. Circle 69 is still moving, 99D is still going, 100 is still under power.
J.C. Roberts of Interstate Security donating that $20, and it may be a few minutes before we find out who's going to collect that money. Well, that 99B car, the black one, Madman Mike, getting under speed again to smack the 69 car, and one more time, he says. Puts it in gear, pulls forward, and he's going to make another run at it. Here he goes. Now watch this 99B car pick up speeding, and here he goes. And he's turning
17 again, he's moving around.
Boom! And I thought the street stock drivers drove a little bit rough out here, but I tell by the looks of this is nothing in comparison to what they do. Looks like the 100 car is having a little smoke coming out of it. Doesn't look like it's going to last much longer, but you can't tell right now.
Here we go, 99D at circle 6. Ah, they missed.
And the 69 car still running. The 99B car is throwing out a little bit of smoke there. And the 100 car still running, and we got 99B car still running also. Here they go. And boom! Boom! That 99B car's got a flat tire there, but that's not slowing him down none, Roger.
The way that deck is shaped on that Circle 69, all they're doing is running right up underneath it. He's going to have him in the back seat with him here in a minute.
Well, you're might see two cars stacked right up on top of each other, Roger. I could see a few drivers down there in the infield just thanking themselves that that's not their stock car or street stock out there right now.
Okay, 100 is getting back into it. Here comes the 99B car.
And the 99B car still out there moving around the most right now. Doesn't seem to be having too much of a problem getting underway. And the 100 car smacking in the back of him.
God, you talk about whiplash.
And that's Crazy Derek in that 100 car.
Crazy Derek and Madman Mike. I'll tell you, Madman Mike has got to be given the award for the aggressive driver tonight.
17 cars leaving the racing area, or the destruction area, you might say. Oh, and he misses there. It's okay. He's going to hit one of the parked cars and get back underway. Well, it looks like that 99B car is still out there running, Roger, and the 100 cars too. And it looks like, don't know yet, we get 3 minutes for that 100 car to see if he can't get it started again. The 99 car still running. And the 100 car is underway again. We can't count that 100 car out yet. my money on the 99 car. Everybody else up here is betting on that 100 car, but Dallas up here thinks that 100 car is going to take it. The 99 car is going to take another swat at him, and boom! Is that 100 car running? He's got 3 minutes to get it started. And that 99 car is going to keep hammering. Madman Mike out there. Boom! One
Madman Mike on a rampage.
And here he comes one more time. One more time, Madman Mike. Finish him off. Let me earn my money here. Hit him again. Take that. And I think that we might have a winner here.
Okay, 200 to win, 150 for second, 50 for third, and 50 for fourth. And then, Danny, you've also got some donations up here for some of these
That's
people.
right. We have a $25 donation from San Joaquin Valley Towing for the last car running, and a $20 donation from J.C. Roberts of Interstate Security. And it looks like that number 99 car is our winner tonight. The 99 car, Madman Mike, our last car running out there. Well, that's unofficial. They haven't given the checkered flag yet. Doug Laidlaw, are we still out there in this race?
Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, another fine evening of racing program culminated by the D-Derby, Destruction Derby.
Well, I hear engines running down there, but I'm still not sure which one it is. Well, it doesn't look like they're moving too much out there, but they're going to try to separate them a little bit and see about getting them back underway. And we have a checkered flag. Who's our winner, Doug Laidlaw? Well, we don't know who the winner is yet.
99!
Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone, and another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Hey, hey, we're gonna get to do. Another one bites the dust. How do you think I'm gonna get along without you when you're gone? You took me for everything that I had and kicked me out of my own. I'm satisfied. How long can you stand the heat? Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone.
track someday. It takes a man with a dream and a running machine, and he's got to be a little bit crazy. Riding on a short track, don't you ever look back. You'll find yourself pushing up a daisy. And it's a pretty good life if you ain't got a wife or anybody else that'll worry. Set your pace at the start of the race and you